So you're thinking of moving to Marietta, Georgia? Hey, in this video I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of making that move. You'll definitely want to stay to the very end because the last one you won't want to miss. What's up everybody? Welcome to Living in Georgia on YouTube. My name's Eric Berry with Fathom Realty, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure that notification bell's on. That way you never miss an upload. Now, whether you currently live in Georgia or you're looking to make a move to Georgia, you'll want to make sure you stay until the very end of this video. That way you don't miss a thing. Now, as much as I love making these videos, I'd love to help you out with all your real estate needs. So my information is below. Please reach out to me, call, email me, text me, whatever it may be. I've got you covered when making that move to Georgia. So hey, let's get on with this next video. In this video today, I'll be talking about the top 5 pros and the top 5 cons of living in Marietta, Georgia. So pro number 1 of living in Marietta, Georgia, if you're a history buff, you're going to love the square and the surrounding areas. There's so much history here. A lot of it having to date back to the Civil War. You got 2 Civil War cemeteries, Marietta Museum of History, the Marietta Art Museum. A lot of your older buildings here in the Marietta Square are some historical buildings. You even had General Sherman come marching through Marietta and had one of his battles here. And initially, Marietta was a railroad hub. So, lots of stuff to learn. I'm going to let you take a look today here in the future if you decide to move here. But you can spend all day, if not all life, going around the surrounding areas, learning all about Georgia's history. Let's talk about con number 1. Con number 1, it's the pretty biggest one for me. I hate traffic. If you're driving in Marietta between 6:30 and 9 in the mornings, or 4 o'clock and 6:30 in the afternoons, you're going to probably wind up hitting some traffic. So unless you can avoid those areas as you get closer to the interstate, or just even some of the smaller 2-lane roads where pop out into the busier areas, you'll wind up sitting into the bumper-to-bumper traffic at those red lights, waiting to turn off right there to jump on 41 from Old Stylesboro, or getting on the Barrett Parkway. When school's in, traffic's bad, really, really bad. But like I said, after those school hours, you'll wind up freeing it back up and getting out there pretty easily. Pro number 2, the Marietta Square. I know I already talked a little bit about the Marietta Square with some of the history out there, but there's so much to do in the Marietta Square. In the square during the holidays like Memorial Day, July 4th, we always got fireworks out there. There's always some food going around the square itself. You got the Taste of Marietta. They have the farmers markets and the little city walk marketplace and stuff. You got a nice little chalk festival. Lots of events happen right there around the square, but then you also got a lot of great food places to go eat at. Taqueria Tsunami, that's like this Mexican Asian fusion joint. You can go in there and get some really good food and really good drinks. If you like burgers, Stockyards is great. Love going there and get some burgers out of them. If you like Celtic food, you can go on down to Johnny McCracken's right off the square. They've got a great kind of Celtic themed restaurant, and the food there is awesome. Go and have you a couple drinks there too. They even do something around St. Patrick's Day. Like I said, there's always something happening inside the square. Plus, you also have the Marietta Market, which is the Marietta Farmers Market, right outside the square over next to Starbucks. But overall, like I said, the Marietta Square is a central hub of a lot of stuff to do, and you can spend all day out there hanging out with the family, walking around the area. There are some other parks right there in the area too, but overall, the Marietta Square is a big plus if you actually live in Marietta. Con number 2, you really are going to have a car if you want to live in Marietta. If you live in the square, you can walk around to a lot of places, but outside the square, you're going to have to wind up driving or using a ride share. There's just not really too many places that you can walk. You got these small little pocket areas to where if you live right there, you might be able to walk to a restaurant or some shopping, but overall, this isn't like your big cities that have tons of places to walk to. You are going to need to drive or use a rideshare program or carpool with somebody or have to have some delivery. So overall, you might have a neighborhood that you can walk to your schools at, but you will need a car if you do live in Marietta. Pro 3, Whitewater Amusement Park. This is a amusement park that's all water-based. You got the slides, the wave pool. When I was growing up as a kid, we used to love going out there, going down the slides, having a great time. Have your friends come out there with you, your parents go out there and spend an entire day. You can stay all day there and you'll never get bored. Right now, I know prior to COVID, they had the season pass where you could get the Six Flags Whitewater season pass for the same price. That was always a blast, but Six Flags is over on the other side of town out of Marietta, but Whitewater is part of the Six Flags group, and you can always go there and have fun just living in Marietta right down the street. Con number 3, we've got mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are a pain in the butt here during the summertime when it gets hot and humid. They're buzzing around, just stinging you. You can't get rid of them if you're out and about, and you can spray that DEET on you or the off. That's going to help repel them a little bit, but you'll still see them coming back. You know, the nice thing is, if you have them at your house, you can have the pest controls come out there. They spray for them. They'll get rid of them. I do that at my house and keeps them off the dogs and the kids and let them play out in the backyard and not have to worry about getting eaten up by mosquitoes all throughout the summertime, because as that sun goes down and it starts to hit dusk, that's when they pop out and they're everywhere. So if you don't like mosquitoes, definitely buy you some off and spray down if you're moving to Marietta. Now, Pro 4, I know I've talked about this in some of the prior videos, but the location of Marietta, I love it because you got so much to do all over the place. If you like the beaches, you're 4 to 6 hours to the beaches. If you go to the east, you've got Hilton Head, you got Myrtle Beach, you even get in some of the North Carolina beaches. If you go a little further southeast, you've got the Georgia beaches, Tybee Island, just outside of Savannah. You can even go to Savannah and go walk River Street. It's a great time. Savannah River Street's a great place to go visit. Lots of history out there, lots of beautiful scenery and buildings. So that's, like I said, that right there is about 4 hours away, 4.5 if you're going to Tybee Island. You can go a little further south, like St. Mary's, and they have some nature preserves down there on the Georgia coast. Now, if you're looking at the Panhandle of Florida, you can go further south, and it's about 5.5, 6 hours. You can be in the Gulf Shores, and you can go and see Panama City, Destin, Fort Walton. If you go a little further over to Alabama, you got Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. But overall, you're no more than about 4 to 6 hours away from beaches, whether you go to the east or go to the south. Now, if you hate the beaches and you like the mountains, you want some of that little colder air, or want to go see some scenery with some mountains, some beautiful trees and stuff, you do have Blue Ridge and the Appalachian Mountains as you go north. And you got Helen up in the northeast part of Georgia. That's a great place to go hang out and visit. And like I said, that's about an hour and a half away from you if you're in Marietta. You can go out there and walk around town. It's a little Bavarian themed town. If you go further north than that, you got the Tennessee mountains, you got South Carolina, a little bit of the mountains on that end. To the west, you got Alabama. They do have Talladega, the Talladega Raceway and the Talladega Forest out there. That's pretty neat to go out and visit and check out. And so, like I said, you've got something to do all around Georgia. Con 4, I do love the beaches and I love the beach food, so I love seafood. Now, if you like seafood, you're pretty limited on what you can get here in Marietta, Georgia, or just even in the surrounding areas of Georgia. I mean, there's not too much options on fresh seafood. You'll find more barbecue, steakhouse, and stuff like that here, and that's going to be what you'll find over the seafood joints. But overall, like I said, 4 hours out, you'll have some good seafood anywhere you want to go. Pro 5, we've got the Big Chicken. Nobody else can say they've got the Big Chicken. The Big Chicken is a landmark here in Marietta. A lot of your directions start off with, hey, you go over to the Big Chicken, go down here and do this. But the Big Chicken is a big chicken that stands in front of the KFC there at the corner of Roswell Road and 41. So it's a historical landmark for everybody. They tried taking it down, but people filed a petition and was able to keep it up by the city. So like I said, if you're a local in Marietta or asking for directions in Marietta, most of the time they're going to start off with, go to the Big Chicken, make a left out of there, jump on 41 and head south. Something of that nature. But like I said, nobody else can say they got a big chicken like we do. Now, con number 5, the weather. Now, the weather, it's good because we don't have all the snow, cold, and ice and all that. But what drives me nuts is you'll experience 4 seasons in one day. I can wake up in the morning and it's like 30 degrees, and then by the time lunchtime hits, it's like 65, 70 degrees. That's just nuts. Our weather in Georgia is pretty bipolar, and unless you can get over that, it's a pretty wacky deal there. But overall, con number 5, the weather. You know, you can wear a jacket, take it off at the end of the day. That's an easy way to get over it. But the nice thing is, you won't rack up some expensive, crazy heating bills or expensive, crazy cooling bills because it's a pretty moderate temperature where we live at. So overall, I hope you enjoy this video. There's a lot more pros and cons of the area. You know, it's just too much to keep up in one video. I'm sure I have some more videos out there in the future talking about them in a little more of an extent. But if I can help you in any way, my information's below. Call me, email me, text me, whatever it may be. I'm here to help you out on your move to Georgia. And post up in the comments if you want to hear about any more information here, or you want me to do another city or anything else, what it may be. I enjoy doing this, and I'm here to help you out. So we'll see you on the next video.